Welcome to the American Junior Showdown. Today's match features D'Angelo Spain from Maryland and Adrian Prasad from California. It's a 12-player invitational tournament. This is round one. Prasad's coming in at 710 Fargo. Spain coming in at 602. Spain only 16 years of age, up-and-coming prospect in the game. He's done well in some American Junior Series tournaments. Prasad coming in with more experience. Winner of one of the MOB $1,000 entry tournaments. He's played in a lot of men's events as well. Never seen Spain play. We'll see how he gets off here in this match. I know CJ Wiley was doing some work with D'Angelo, and he was very positive about how D'Angelo would develop. Sponsored by J Flowers and Jaws. A couple other sponsors on his side sleeve as well, Salado and Town Tips. Good to see these junior players getting some support early in their careers. So Prasad to break in rack number one here, going from the side rail. Nice hit, square on the one. Just missed the one on the side, but he's going to leave Spain a straight in on the one. Position from the 2 to 3 is going to be tough. Most obvious way would be moving in the cue ball to the right off the 2, but the 6 and 10 are in the way of that path. So going to have to come a little bit straighter. Looks like he's just straight enough that he can hold up the right side of the table. It's going to take some left spin and a bunch of power. Shaking his head a bit, so he might have too much angle going to the right. If he does, he can play a big power draw to the angle. Could go 2 rails to the right as well. Excuse me, ran into the 6, but got up table. Gonna try to be playing the cue ball between the 7-8 here, 1 rail. Spain's in a good area of the country to be around a lot of good players. Maryland has always had strong history in the game. Early miss from Spain. Prasad will be looking to contact the cue ball, the 3 ball thinly here. Get as much energy moving back towards the 4 on the side as he can. Caught it a little too thin, so he's not going to play for the side. He still has the corner available. 5's not available past the 9, so high level draw, elevated draw shot here to play the 5 in the top right corner. Great hit. Shot's tough, just slightly underdrawn. Pretty thin on the bank. It is available, but tough to judge because of the thinness. Look for him to play the cue ball behind the 9 here if he can. Yeah, it's called the bank. Cue ball's going to have a lot of travel here, but it can run into the 9 to slow it down. Nice hit. Great shot. Natural one rail position for the 7. Kind of surprised he drew at that ball. Would have considered playing some right spin to get closer to it. Has the wrong angle now. If he has any angle going to the right, he'll be going around 2 rails towards the 8. Nice hit. Wants some angle to play over for the 9, and he's got it inside the 8. Going to take a little speed here. Just got to be careful on the pocketing angle. Little too much angle to hold on the long side. He's got to play over to the short side of the 10 here. Oh, he might end up on it. Yeah, it's going to be too thin to cut it in. Oh, he's got to get the cue out of the way quickly here. He did. But left the 10 hanging. So a little break here for Spain in the first rack. He needed it. He'll be feeling the nerves. He's coming in with a little less experience than Prasad. So rack number 1 going to Spain. He'll be breaking in rack number 2. Prasad was runner-up in the World Junior Championships. Highly accomplished player for his age. One of the most successful players on the American Junior Series, Showdown. See how Spain attacks the break here. Just did a match on this table at on the 11 o'clock round. Table was breaking pretty well. Prasad played in the men's event as well. Had a tough draw. Took an early exit in that one. Not sure if Spain was a part of the men's event. Little off angle. Good spread overall. Just being joined by my partner John Schmidt, former Moscone Cup team member, US Open champion. Good to have you in the booth, John.
Yeah, thank you. Great to be here.
So we have D'Angelo Spain coming in at 600 Fargo, and Adrian Prasad coming in at 710 Fargo. Adrian got through the first rack but missed the 10. Gonna make Adrian a pretty good favorite in this match.
Yeah, Eric, he's a heck of a player from California, Sacramento area. I've played him before, and he beat me. We were playing a big bar table tournament, and he beat me like 7-1. And I got to call my friends back home and tell them, yeah, I just lost to an embryo. and no, he's such a good kid and a great player, good family. If I had a son, I'd want him to be just like this young man. He's a good kid and got a bright future ahead of him.
Under the tutelage of Oscar Dominguez,
Yes.
plays out of hard times. Great guy to have as your coach.
Oh yeah, I'm possibly Oscar's biggest fan. I've known him 27 years now, and just beyond a class act. And of course, one of the best players in the world. We all know that, but Oscar's really a good father, friend. He's just a good dude.
Going to go 2 rails around the outside of the 6 here. It's got to come pretty close to the 6 to be straight enough on the 4 to hold for the 5.
Nice shot.
Pretty good. Gonna have to put a good kill stroke on this ball, but it is there.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's about a 700 Fargo, right?
Yeah.
Eric? Wow. That's right. You know what we kind of consider the cusp of pro caliber pool, and to do that at this age is pretty wild.
Smooth stroke there. Yeah, he's coming in at about the number 3 seed as far as the Fargo ratings for the junior tournament. Lazaro Martinez coming in as the favorite at 7:36. Joey Tate actually lost his first round on this table just at the 11 o'clock round. Nico Conkle from North Carolina beat him. Joey was just a little off his highest form.
You know, it's interesting you say that. Anybody that's ever watched golf, you'll see a pro golfer shoot 63 one day and 73 the next. And I think the key to surviving in pool and pro pool is you really can't expect your absolute best gear, but that's in our mind how we play. Well, that's your best. You've got to find kind of a middle ground and be happy with it. And when those great sets come along, well, that's wonderful. But you can't get down on yourself if you don't play absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and not getting to the point where you're too down on yourself that you play below your average level, right?
Yeah, you definitely want to play around your average. But I think some people, I've noticed that they're not happy unless they've just played the career set of their life, and that's just not how sports work.
So Spain with another chance here to increase his lead in the first set. Spain's from Maryland. I was mentioning earlier that CJ Wiley was working with him a little bit, and he had positive things to say.
Yeah, CJ's kind of from my era, a great player, and when you're that young and have a top player help you with your game, that's got to be, you just can't pass up on that opportunity.
Yep.
Nice shot there.
Yeah, good judgment there. Playing the ball with a bunch of right spin. He's going to have to power up a bit here. Kind of a Federer-Gorst thing there, getting down on your knees, looking at the contact point. Never really was my thing, but works for Federer, and you can see a lot of players kind of copying that now.
Nice shot. Yeah, this is so great for the game to see young people getting into it and having heroes like Van Boning and Federer and wanting to be a pro player. It's so good for the game. Because if the young people don't take it up, like who's going to play, right?
Yeah. You ever seen Lazaro Martinez play?
Yeah, he's awesome.
I'd never seen him play, and it was eerie to me how much he looked like Shane Van Boning over the ball. Like dead copied his style.
Yep.
So a bit of an ominous start here for Prasad. Missed two makeable balls. Missed the 10 in the first rack, mainly because he got out of position. Missed a makeable 6 in rack 2. This is a single knockout, so having to come with the performance right out of the gate. Spain looks capable. I was mentioning in the last match, the player that beat Tate was only at a 650 Fargo, but to me it looked more like a 700. I mean, these juniors are improving monthly.
Yes.
So even off the first two racks here, I'd put Spain closer to 650 than what his Fargo actually is right now.
Well, and at that stage in your life and career, you're able to improve in the right environment a lot. You'll see a youngster like this, and a year later, they're on the Pro Tour winning turn. You just can't believe it. Because all the improvement will come in a small, condensed point, and this is right when, you're going to see the huge jumps if you have the talent and the right environment and an Oscar Dominguez or a CJ Wiley helping you and things like that. Because all the talent in the world, it's a little bit tough if you just, you're not going to be a downhill skier if you're from Hawaii. You have to be in the right place.
Medium speed break there, nothing down. Good opener for Prasad.
Shot with the rest there. That's harder to do than it looks.
It's going to go before the side pocket here. Scott Engel going up the table. He's going to be looking at weaving the cue ball between the 7-10 twice. Nice shot.
if you get into that cue ball there with a little too much left, you know, you get out of position. That was a little harder than it looked. He looks very composed and relaxed. It's amazing to see somebody this young do anything, pool or anything, this good.
Yeah, you can tell he's strong fundamentally. You can tell by the
Right.
way he carries himself around the table. He's got a good amount of experience for his age.
Well, one of the best pool rooms on earth, if you were trying to get great at pool, would be Sacramento Hard Times. And then to have Oscar be the owner and be your mentor and teacher, it's like the perfect situation, you know.
Yeah.
Boy, he's going to have to make a nice shot here.
Do you like just floating the cue ball 2 rails?
Yes, Eric, that's very observant of you, because if you really hit this hard with new cloth, this cue ball will kind of loop and arc, and it will not act right like on broken in cloth.
He went 3, but he's gonna hit the 9.
See, it's not going to track. It's not going to track like he expected. He was in a tough spot there. I think he should have went with your thinking of just the smooth 2-rail floater.
Usually it's a 3 rail there, but
Yeah.
on that one particularly, I like
Right.
2. Yeah.
Oh, he can see this. Wow, what a tough shot here. Wow,
shot.
what a shot.
Just step up and knock it in. No problem.
Yeah, just hit the 1 iron to 3 feet, no problem.
Could go 3 rails back here.
Yeah, I like letting my stroke out and kind of going around the table a little bit here.
Inside was the other play. Works well as well.
What an out.
Yeah,
Man.
good comeback in rack number 3 for Prasad, recognizing some urgency here in set number 1. He knew how tough that was.
Yeah,
he knew
that was fantastic run out.
and definitely didn't want to go down 3-0 in the first set. Nightmare start that would have been.
Yeah, what a courageous out, being down 2-0. Very impressive there.
Guys are in for a good one-pocket match at 4:30 Pacific time this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be another barn burner. The one yesterday with Bustamante and Showdown was fantastic. I thought they played great. You know, you got to remember they're playing on 4 1/8 inch pockets, and so quite difficult. But today's match will be great too. I think people will tune in and really dig that.
Yeah, that was interesting. So the standard Predator tables are at 4 1/4
Which
inches.
is tight enough, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and they actually just lifted the rail top and switched the pocket
Yep.
sizes just for that one match.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. Well, these Predator tables, look, I'll be honest, I represent Predator, so when they first came out, you know, I kind of internally thought, well, we'll see if these things are good or not, and I'm impressed. They are great tables, and if they weren't, Predator would fix it. The players like it, and these players are playing great on these tables, and they can't do that if the table's inferior. So hats off to Predator for producing a great looking table too, but that's here and there. How it plays is all we really care about.
Yeah, world-class standard for
Yes.
sure. Prasad going from the middle here. Big pop, making
Yeah.
one of the wired balls straight back.
Well, he breaks better than me too. That's encouraging. That's real nice to see.
This one's going to be around the table for sure.
Yeah, this will be a cool looking shot. Like 18 feet of cue ball travel here.
You just kind of risk the cue ball tracking towards the top right here.
Well,
Long of the 5. Oh, it's too
Oh.
much angle to cut it.
did he miscue or something? I'm not sure what he was trying to do
It
there.
looked thick enough
Yeah.
to me.
Oh, so he just was trying to drive it safe, maybe. Okay.
I mean, it looked like he could cut it in, but yeah, I think he was
I
all
think
out
he-
safe. You
Oh,
think he
okay.
miscued?
I think he might have been trying to cut it in and miscued, which drove the cue ball in heavy, but who knows?
Maybe.
Because he looked kind of shocked when he shot it.
Yeah.
But he's not working on his tip, so I have to
Our
ask him later.
Yeah, our first intuition there would be to throw some chalk on your tip at least. He didn't.
It's a tough hit here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see him getting in there. Yeah, well, that might not be too bad. Tie him up for the ball in hand. Sometimes that's really about all you can do. You hate to do it these great players really do not like giving up ball in hand, but that's sometimes all you got.
Looking to open up the 4 here. Good shot.
Good shot, yeah. I like going rail first on this 2-ball about an 1/8 inch before the ball with a little spin, and that'll help the cue ball get around the 4. Well, he stunned it around. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, 5 balls up in
Yeah.
the top left pocket here. So small cue ball movement. Still needs to maintain proper angles. A little funny here.
Yeah, this is a little tricky here. He might have to stay below the 6. Okay, good shot. Perfect. Boy, I like how he plays. I mean, I've seen him play a few times, and of course when he tortured me in Bakersfield, but I haven't really watched him play on a 9-footer, and I'm just loving what I'm seeing so far.
Who do you like in the 1 pocket match? Tough to call a winner there.
Yeah, I mean, they're both such talented players that whoever kind of has the balls cooperate that day, I would say. But I think Shane would be the first to admit, statistically, he struggled against Filler. Filler has his number.
I've heard of that.
And there is such a thing. There's certain players that you just struggle against. Because if you look at Shane's career, like, nobody has his number. He's won like 2 million tournaments. But against Josh, it just seems like he can't get the momentum or something. I don't know.
It's like Josh has a 75% winning percentage against him, which is obviously like couldn't name another player with that high of a winning percentage against Shane.
You know, when Shane started winning all the 10-ball tournaments, you know, the detractors would say, well, he breaks good. And I told him 15 years ago, I said, no, this guy could break one-handed and beat most of us. He runs out good. He shoots super straight. He plays position amazing. And Shane's 1 pocket is fantastic, and I think it's overshadowed by how great he plays 10-ball. He's a handful for anybody playing that 1 pocket.
Well, look, he beat Tony twice in long sets.
Just matches. A great all-around. He just understands everything that can happen with the pull balls. And, yeah, Shane, he is one bad dude on a pool table, I'll tell you what.
I don't think either of them have been playing much 1 pocket.
I mean, no, it just seems like every time Shane shows up to a 1 pocket tournament, he wins it. So, I mean, he's played enough of it. But I think Shane is the best 1 pocket player I've ever seen that hasn't played like that 10,000 games of it like the great players. You know, he just plays it when he needs to and wins the tournament, goes home and goes fishing.
Yeah, he did well at the Derby.
Yeah.
I can't remember where he finished, but somewhere in the top 3, maybe even the final.
Mm-hmm.
Prasad from the middle again, mounting his comeback here in the first set.
Got the BK Rush break cue, the best break cue made, in my opinion.
Hit him well, but hung the 1. Is the 10 going to block the angle for the 2? Looks like it. Combo's possible, but tough. Super thin contact from the 2 to the 10.
Yeah, the 2 doesn't look like it passes. So, I mean, this is difficult. You have to make a good shot on the 1 just to get to play a safety.
Carry him off 2 balls into the 10.
Would you even consider coming off the left side of the 1 now, 2 rails down behind the 10-7?
Sure, and maybe move the 10 or something.
Or something, right? Because this is because you could paint yourself into a corner here if you don't see this too. Okay, he can see it.
Oh, it didn't look like the ball goes. I mean, he might be just having a second look. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't.
But see, now you're sort of in a bad spot, you know? And this is something these youngsters, they'll get better at what we call moving. I'm not saying he did anything wrong here, but I would have considered not pocketing the 1 because now you're forced to deal with the tricky 2.
Right. Decent shot.
Yeah, I think he had he went for it. Give him credit for having the courage to shoot that. Those half pocket shots are scary. I need a pocket and a half. I think he's playing safe here.
Yeah, he can't make it directly.
He's going to stop his ball there and try to get the 2 to leave. Oh, that's pretty good shot there. He got more out of that than I thought he could.
Full ball on the 8. Spain will be looking for the short rail here, but it looks like it's blocked. He's going to go for the jump cue. He'll create distance if he hits it squarely. Easier said than done.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of hope the 4 kind of captures the cue ball. It'd be nice to just drift up under that 4, but for me, I just want to hit this thing. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, smooth jump stroke there. He's good. He's found cover. Possible jump for Prasad.
You get out the lob wedge here, don't you?
Oh, these
youngsters jump so good.
It's just a part of their arsenal.
You're right.
I mean, the ball's 4 feet away. He's not even thinking about it. He's straight to the jump cue.
How about that jump Suke made to win his match with Bustamante?
Yeah,
that was something, wasn't it?
Kind of similar to this. His was a little tougher. Jeez.
Oh, he's going to get safe. I think the 2's going to kind of get up under the cue ball. Yeah, that's a little fortunate there, but that's pull for you.
Can use the 4-9 as blockers here. Might have to draw it behind there, but at least it's a 2-ball stack.
Right. I like that shot.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
You could even follow it. Good shot. Is 2 going to line up with the 10? No. Good shot.
Yeah, I remember the Reno Open back in the 90s. Rafael Martinez and Archer's Hill, 14-14, going to 15. Rafael plays a safety like that, and the 1 comes right down and freezes on the 9 dead. You can shoot it in with your face, you know what I mean? And Johnny wins the tournament. It was unbelievable. Well, I was going to say, he's definitely jumping here. Okay.
He was just thinking about how the 2 could come off for the cue ball. Called the 10 in case.
Nice shot.
Possible left edge, but not playing in anything real positive if he does hit the left edge.
Yeah, this is like, what do you do?
If you can hit it thin enough, which is super tough, you could go to the short rail and possibly behind the 4.
Right.
Super tough, though.
Yeah, the scratch is really on here. I'll tell you what, he'd be pretty happy with that.
Sure. Standard half ball kick here. Best case result is for Prasad to leave the cue ball behind the 5 or kind of in line with the 310.
Nice shot. I mean, executed perfectly.
Yeah, got the 310 involved. No window.
Well, this has been 6-7 innings without a progressing past this 2.
Yeah, and both players defending well.
Yeah.
You know, like half rolls, but you know, like positive.
They're doing their
jumps.
job. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He does have the windows, so this to make this kick a lot easier, and he's got a chance to stick the cue ball here.
Shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, perfect.
Look at these youngsters playing kick saves.
They look like they're playing one pocket. Yeah.
Jumping over 4 balls that are 4 feet away, or balls that are 4 feet away.
Yeah.
Just going to run the cue ball into the 5 here. Play the 2 up the middle. Nice shot.
Jeez, perfect. Now this is a difficult kick here.
Yeah, 3 rails just before the side.
I mean, yeah, and you're kicking at such a small ball here with it out away from that rail. I am thrilled when I manage to hit these.
Is he going past the side? Oh, no, he's before. Yeah, this is right. You got to put a fair bit of right spin on this ball.
Oh, he went right. Wow, what a nice hit too.
Right in the face.
Hit it right in the mouth. Yeah.
Gonna get past the side.
And look at this. This ball isn't really playable.
He can make it, but the cue ball's gonna.
Oh, he can. Okay, yeah, it'd be rocketing.
Energy. Yeah. He can run it into the 5.
I'll tell you a shot I might play here. I'd go rail first on this and get the cue ball to come over behind the 3 and the 2 to just nudge down the rail 4 or 5 inches.
Smart
maybe.
shot.
I mean, sometimes that's all you can do, right? Oh, well, if you can make it, shoot it, yeah, but it was tricky.
Yeah.
Oh, you almost
Okay,
got away
so
with it.
first break for Spain here.
I love that name, Spain. You're named after like a whole country.
Last name, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
D'Angelo. Yeah.
D'Angelo, Spain. That's a cool name. Nice shot. Put a little inside, a little firm. But he might get away with it.
It's good. Straight back draw angle. Gonna have to play the 3 into the side with speed, so gonna have to target it properly. The 4 does pass the 6.
You know, Eric, and I think you can attest to this, you're a great junior player, but when you're a youngster like this, it's a daunting thing to play another young superhero that you've heard about because there isn't a lot of footage for you to watch. Like if I play, you know, Kim Davenport, we've known each other 30 years, but Adrian and this young man maybe have never competed against each other, so you're hearing about his legend and he's hearing about yours, and it's kind of that uncomfortable first battle.
And really, it's like that for almost every player
Right.
they play, right? They just don't have as much match experience. I
Right.
mean, people maybe in their own area, they've played them a few
Right,
times, but when they
exactly.
go out to majors, it's like for every match, it's the first time you played this
yes.
guy. It's kind of.
Yeah, you're not sure if you want to ask them for their autograph or like what you're supposed to do.
Nice shot.
Oh, side pocket.
Did he call?
Well, he's going to get.
Probably called the corner.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little unlucky. If that ball doesn't go in, it leaves Adrian much more difficult.
Yeah, he hit it properly.
D'Angelo got a little bit of a bad roll there.
7 doesn't have much room past the 9.
No, this rack is super tough.
So little that I believe he can't play it straight in.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's. I don't even know how you would get out here. You'd have to get on the other side of the 7.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Wow, just pounds it in there.
Yeah, did good to get off the rail there. I mean, the short side of the 6 will play into the short side of the 7.
Right.
Not easy, obviously.
Right. And the only other thing would be to maybe come down on that 7, nudge it over the rail, and lay behind the 9. That's not as, exotic looking, but it'll win, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just get the cue ball back in that area. He's going to have to hit the second rail now. Does he have room?
Man, this is so thin. It looks to me like you'd have to, warp this in and go up and down the table a couple times. I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, at least hit multiple rails.
Something, right?
Like if he does play off the left side of the table, he can hit 2 rails to kind of slow it down, maybe even 3. I guess the ball goes.
Yeah, it was a little thicker than I thought. Nice shot. Yeah, I guess this goes in. Well, if you ever see a good player like this take this long of a look at a shot this close, it's definitely like a half a pocket. This is quite missable. Fantastic.
Yeah, extreme right part of the pocket there. A little unlucky on the bump on the 8. He's going to go all in on the bank here. Big spot in the first set.
Wow.
Short.
Yeah, that's the way to shoot it. Isn't it cool when you just elevate and spear these 8s in? And then you try to walk, just act like it was no big deal. That's the whole art, is spearing these in and then just sauntering around like you knew it was dead.
At first, I thought it was a big power jack up. I think he'll just try to stop the ball. He's still got to elevate it, but you're right. Even any kind of elevation here.
Oh, man, what a super hard shot. But these are so cool when they go in.
Taking his time, managing the clock well, knows it's a tough shot, using his extension. Good experience shown here. He's just going to cinch it, roll it in.
Yeah, your make percentage is a lot higher smooth than rolling it in, that's for sure. Oh, he's gearing up. He was gearing up for the...
It's tough.
Yeah. Super tough. I'm such a chicken. I don't even shoot that 8 most of the time. I'll glance it over to the end rail like a 85-year-old one-pocket player and try to come down by the 9 or something.
It's like when you've missed the ball so many times,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
because you're a bad player,
Yeah.
just because of how much pool you've played.
Right.
You kind of start to doubt yourself.
I mean, if I'm playing cheap or I'm way ahead or something, I might. But if it's hill right there, I don't know that I could have shot that 8.
Pocket size dictates those choices
Right,
too.
yeah.
You know, if you're and these are definitely on the tighter
Yeah,
side,
sure.
especially from that angle, 4 1/4 inches. You know, you're shooting into anything 4 1/2 or more.
Yeah, you might go for it more often. When I'm dogging it, though, you could take the rails off the table. It wouldn't help me, Eric. There's no pocket big enough when I'm choking out there.
So Prasad, after being down 2-0, wins the next 3.
Yeah.
Tough chance for Spain there. It was good moving rack. Not sure what Prasad was talking to the ref about. I don't think he would have known he's not on 4 there. Just some kind of random conversation.
What a nice arena. You know, I've played in tournaments that I would consider prestigious where you're just playing under like dim lighting and you're getting bumped into and there's loud music. This is like going to Augusta National and, you know, just the pristine table conditions and television, and referees, and everything's like the way it should actually be.
Absolutely.
It's really a lot of fun.
The game's finally becoming a sport.
Right.
Predator, a big part of that.
I mean, referees with gloves and, you know,
Properly
Arcos
trained.
balls that play perfect. Yeah, and they know what they're doing. This is really cool to see the sport progress to this level. I never thought I'd see it.
Prasad's been hitting the break well. No break and runs yet, but I like how he's hitting them.
Oh, yeah, he breaks great.
Kind of called himself on the cue ball being over the line there. I don't think the ref said anything, but honest guy. Thought it might be too far.
That's nice break there, SVB.
No kidding.
His left hand stayed real steady, tip way through the cue ball down to the cloth. All the while, hip movement and torso rotation, and that's how it should look right there.
Yeah, you brought up a good point there. It's really hard to keep your hand down when you're breaking closed bridge
That's
on the
right.
bed of the table, but it just leads into such a more solid hit when you keep your hand down as much as possible, and he did that well there.
Yeah.
Knew he had big coverage going that way. Good shot. Spain's going to have the left long rail. It's going to go off the short rail, which is okay
yeah.
too.
Yeah, maybe a little easier to hit it, but
Less of a scratch.
right.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Checked up, shortened up on him a little bit. So Prasad for the first chance to win the first set here.
Yeah, the key shot is this. Well, they're all key, of course, but the 3 to the 5 has to really be played right. So you want to kind of come down below this 3 just a little bit. So he'll roll this forward about 1.5 feet. And now he might have even liked a little bit more angle to move to the 5, but this will work nicely.
Yeah, slightest bit. He's just got enough where he can do it with only right spin,
That's
which is a
right.
big advantage.
Nice shot. Well, now if you get straight in, it limits what you can do with the 6. That's
Yeah.
why you see him kind of shake his head there. He did not want to get straight in on this 5. He might have to roll down and play the 6 on the side. Now the rack has became quite complicated.
Yeah, I don't think the 6 goes in the side either, so he's going for a draw here.
Cheated the pocket. Pretty good shot there.
Ideally, if the cue ball's running into the close side of the 8 here, that'll play better. But even if it's running into the top side, he's kind of going towards the 7.
Yeah. And you've painted yourself into a corner here. So at this point, just try to make the 6 and see what the balls do.
Oh, he undercut it.
And that was a byproduct, of course, of getting straight in on the 5. So when you're playing shape guys at home, really try to either look ahead and say, I need an angle here, or I really need to be straight on this ball. A lot of runs are blown by me and everybody else by getting a little careless there.
Oh, we're looking at Hill here in this first set. Bunch of left spin here, trying to play the cue ball over to the right side of the table.
I like the rail first here. It really gets the cue ball in the zone. There you go. That pretty good shot there, youngster.
Yes, right.
That was pretty smart. And I call it smart because he agreed with me, so we'll go with that.
Go for the side.
No.
He's okay on this. No, he's not. Tough roll there.
Yeah.
First set's going to Prasad. I don't know, just got it into it a little too much. Got into it a little too much draw.
Yeah, he had to either draw it more or draw it less. He got right in that middle where it's taking it to the side. That'll be quite disappointing.
Player's going to take a little break here. Give you a little update on what's happening with the other junior matches. Sophia Mast won her first match against Jas McCanny. Joey Tate went down 2-0 against Nico Konkol. Just going to take a quick break here and we'll be right back. Let's take a look at a couple match stats from the first set here. Prasad with a pretty high player overall performance at 8, coming in at 849. 50-50 on the break, which is not bad for a hand rack 10 ball.
You know what's really cool for the fans at home? I mean, imagine getting to watch Shane Van Boening play when he was 14, or Efren Reyes at 14. Well, you're getting to watch these guys, and 10 years from now when they're winning U.S. Opens, you'll go, yeah, I saw him when he was in 9th grade, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like there's one or two, even from, say, Fillers around 25 now, there's like 1 or 2 videos of him when he was 13.
Right. I saw that video.
Yeah, but now we're, you know, coming to this age, we're going to have lots.
Right.
I think there's one where he plays Eklinkachi, actually. They're both younger than 16.
Right.
And that's the, I'll just say this, that's the difference too, and that's, you know, the reason why international players are a little bit ahead of American players now, because they developed the junior program more than the U.S. did for the last 15 years.
Yeah, in America, they're playing on bar tables and, you know, worrying about keeping their Fargo low so they can torture some Calcutta. I mean, it's just not, I mean, if you could take all these youngsters and have them play like straight pool and rotation and one under the tutelage of a great player, man. I mean, look what Adrian plays like under Oscar, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have 400 million people in this country. If we did it right, we could have a bunch of little mini SVBs running around. Believe me.
Well, and Predator's really looking to turn that tide with the American Junior
right.
Series. They have about 6 events a year. All the, you know, D'Angelo plays in most of them. Adrian plays in most of them, and that's the way you have to bring up champions.
Yeah.
One of the ways.
That's definitely one of the main ways for sure.
Good safe there, leaving the right edge.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna have to draw if he wants to play behind the 6, and the 1 is kind of banking into the 9. If you play with a bunch of left, he might be able to straighten it out enough.
How would you feel about just coming off the right edge of the 1 thin and running back down table? And
yes.
Sometimes that's about all you can do,
as long as you can miss the 6.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Oh, nice hit. Well, I'll tell you what. That was harder than I thought, because he really hit that thin, and that 1 still almost got over to that pocket. But, you know, from this far away, if they beat you, I mean, it's just not your day.
And he actually hit it with some left, too, because
Yeah.
if he didn't, the cue ball was kind of playing into the 6. So, smart shot. Spain has the short rail here. I don't think he has the 1, John. Or the
No, I think he's kicking this up table.
Yeah. He's played a couple of these kicking sticks, hit them well. This one didn't work out well with the 1, but he's doing well with the cue ball.
You know, this shot right here for me, Eric, over the years has really been a thorn in my side, because it's one of those shots where, like, I kind of tell myself, I think I'm a good player, I'm supposed to shoot at this, and then I miss it. Because it's not so impossible that you just guaranteed play safe, and there's sort of that inner turmoil of, like, do I duck, do I shoot? And I'm going to miss this plenty, but I'm always going to shoot at it.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm Adrian Prasad, I guess I just ripped it right in there.
He's made a couple nice long pots already.
Yeah, that was a super good shot.
Cue ball's playing around 3 rails here. I think he can get outside the 10 coming off the 2nd rail.
Yeah, that's key. You got to miss this 10 coming around, and obviously make the ball. Good shot. Oh yeah, real nice.
Gonna end up in between. I don't mind just cinching the position.
Right.
Here.
You know, you could shoot such a cool like Z stroke here if you wanted to on this new cloth. Go side rail, up behind the 9. You know you're on camera, like, let's go. Let's flash him signs, you know what I mean?
So Emil Gangfloat shot, executed that shot yesterday. Like not quite as much bend as Corey hit at the U.S. Open, but it was similar, and it was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, he played it the right way, but sometimes you get the mood to, like, really wow the crowd with one. It's a delicate little shot here. You really don't want to be dead straight on the 7. Oh, it might catch the point.
If it does, no.
Well, now, see, the thing is with that shot is if he backs off his speed to make sure he falls on the 7, you might miss the 6 because you're not really throwing the cue down the shot line. And as a player, you know, we're going to lean on making the ball more than anything. Good shot.
Too long on the bank. Double
That's
kiss
right.
on the cross bank.
Yeah, you can't do much here. I'm actually not sure what he should do. I think you try to get the 7 down behind the 9, Eric.
Yeah, and
You like that?
cue ball behind the 10.
Right.
Spain's been put in a lot of safe spots. He's recognizing the shots well.
Yeah, I like the way he hit that. It didn't work this time, but he like bent the cue ball in with a little right-hand English.
Yeah, sometimes you actually have to swerve the cue ball on the
That's
way
right,
to safes.
to get it to the entry and exit angle to change a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. And just for you guys at home, you know, loading the ball up with spin when you're actually trying to pocket the ball is a tough proposition. But when you're playing safe, you have to understand that you don't have the contact point on the object ball is not as precise. So, you know, you don't be afraid to really spin the ball, particularly when you're playing safe.
That's right. That's a good point, Eric. Yeah, you're not trying to pocket the ball, so you can really put some juice to manipulate the hit and getting the cue ball to crawl up behind something.
Good thin pocketing there from Prasad, and pretty good on the 10.
Let's see if he chooses to loop this out. He's going to go a high ball, land right before the side pocket. Oop, caught it just a little heavy. Well, he's human.
Almost looked like a skid, but
Yeah.
a ball wouldn't skid usually at that speed.
Yeah. Yeah, and the skids have been just almost removed with the Predator pure chalk, right?
It's the first one that I've seen,
Yeah.
and I'm not even sure. I'd
Yeah.
have to see a replay. But.
Yeah, a testament to how hard the game is. I mean, here's a young man that plays 40 hours of pool a week probably and could miss a ball. So, but if it was such an easy game nobody ever missed, we'd get bored and take up something else. That's the beauty of pool. I've been playing 3 decades, and I'm not even close to mastering it. Oh,
Nice
great
hit.
shot.
Cue ball's
Great
okay.
shot.
Stuck 1 set to 0. Had to come with a tough long shot. Got it
Yeah,
down.
that was really impressive, yes.
Just a question, John. You know when they're going over to the contact point angle, like not the line of the shot, but they're going over to the first angle, and they're getting down lower. What do you think they're looking like? Are they looking at the bottom of the ball? Like, have you ever heard? Do you understand that theory at all, or?
Yeah, to each his own on that. I've tried all kind of different ways. I think when I'm looking straight on at long shots, I look at kind of the base of the ball because then my eyes don't have to transition up as high to see the contact point. But on cut shots, I think I really kind of envision that ghost ball. I'm trying to picture, you know, that 2 1/4 landing on the 2 1/4 object ball, and it's just the way I do it. You know, it doesn't always work, but I'm not a giant fan, though, of coming off the shot line and walking over there and look, because I just feel like the object ball is my barometer for that. I don't need.
I'm not a giant fan of that at all in general. But now they're getting to the point where they're over to that line and they're down on their knees. Like I don't. Like,
Yeah,
it's is it not too much like
that might
body
be.
movement? I don't know. The first player to start that was Federgorst, and they're copying.
Well, and yeah, I mean, and if Federer goes out there in a chicken suit, these youngsters are going to do that. I mean,
Right.
when you're Federer, you can do what you want, you know.
I've just never heard any rationale behind it.
Right.
I'm not sure. Like it's like okay, so you got to get on your knees to look at the bottom part of the ball. Like what's the difference? I don't
have
know.
to ask him because I think that, you know, and I'm getting fat and old, so getting down on my knees ain't happening. I'm just take my oxygen tank and stroller and do the best I can. So I don't know. I don't think that that's necessary to get down that low, but you know what happens with pool and sports is that if something starts working, now you're convinced that you got to keep doing that. You know, and I was guilty of that. You know.
Well, and things evolve too, right?
Yeah, right.
Like back in the day, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that, but there has to be reasoning behind it. I've just never heard it.
Good shot. Oh, this will be a pretty stroke here. I think he has to. Yeah, maybe he's got enough angle to just slide to his right here.
He does.
Well, now the fun starts. You get you a nice 6-footer here.
You like going around the 6 here?
Yes, I do, Eric. I do. But the problem with that is you have to put a little bit of left on the cue ball, which makes the shot harder. So, but you know, sometimes if that's the right shot, then you got to shoot it. Yeah, it'll cause you to overcut a ball, undercut.
Yeah. Spin got him there.
Yeah. Yep. The side spin is one of the toughest things involved with a pull shot for sure.
He got safe. It looks like the 9's playing to the top left, but I feel like he's playing just to the right of the pocket. He's going to have a shot at it here. Maybe not. No, because he knows it's not wired. Oh, he's going.
I'm thinking he's going to kick real slow and just touch him. Oh, nice. Hit it. Good shot there.
Don't think the 3's frozen. Surprised the ref's not over there taking a look. He's going to hit a rail anyways.
Adrian would like to just come off, 2 rails and get behind the 6 here. That would be ideal. Oh, yeah, real nice shot. What a touch.
Freeze the cue ball. No short rail. Got it. I think he's even taking away the other short rail. Tough spot here. Can go 3 rails around, 2 or 3 rails around. Again, probably hitting at slow speed. I mean, if you were super confident, if you're Efren Reyes, you'd go 3 rails and half ball,
yeah.
But super tough shot. I do like the way he was looking. I don't think anything's happening up here. Even if it was, the cue ball's going to bend so much on the way to the 3.
Right, on this new cloth, you figure to hit the 9 here a lot of times. Oh, we hit it. Nice shot.
And got safe.
Yes.
Ish, but not. Yeah, Prasad's going to be on offense here. Well, Spain's displaying good knowledge of the game. I mean, his run-out prowess is, below Prasad's, but, Prasad's put him in some tough spots, and he's made some good choices, good kicks and saves.
Oh, he's learning, and he'll learn a lot from this event. He'll go back and watch this match, and he'll hear the thing us dinosaurs are saying about what he should have done. And, the whole experience is going to be great for him.
Yep.
But I'm impressed with both of them. They're both crafty players, and for their age, they're incredible. Good shot. How old is Spain? About 16? Oh,
yeah.
he's only 16. Wow.
A little short.
Just a little short.
He doesn't like cutting in. He's got the bank, and he's called the bank. 3 rails around here for position. Nice
Pounds it in there.
Shot. Recognizing that if he followed it, he was going to come too wide on the 8. This stroke's going to serve him well throughout the years. It looks repeatable, good timing, setup straight delivery.
You know all the people that have told you over the years they put themselves through college playing pool. Well, they just didn't run into this kid.
Well, these kids, if they want to go to college,
they could actually do it
and do it above board too.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Not playing in the bar for 20 a rack.
Right.
They can win some tournaments and have it as a side gig.
Yeah, I've met Adrian's father. His whole family's just great people. Now, Spain, I have not met him before, but he seems like a pleasant young man and conducting himself great, and so he's got a bright future.
Yeah.
And really, Good, you know, for me, when I was young, I was into golf and BMX or whatever. It kept me out of trouble. Pool, you know, people talk about a misspent youth. If anything, it gives you direction and purpose and keeps you out of trouble. Might even turn into a career in table mechanic or own a pool room or a professional player. There's a lot of avenues. You don't just have to be Shane Van Boning to be in this industry.
Especially now.
Yes. It's a big industry, too. If you were here at this expo, this is unbelievable. What do you think? There's 200 tables and 4,000 people. I mean, this is something else.
And this is just one of the events
they
they have in
many
Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and to these juniors that are playing, you know, when the sponsors see you on camera and acting right and dressing right and treating your opponent right and the fans right, they're going to get behind you and they're going to help you and they're going to see that you're showing up and you're trying and you're improving. And so the sky's the limit for these youngsters, you know.
Exactly. Well, you can see even on Spain's shirt there, he has about 6 sponsors.
Right.
And obviously, they know he's a good kid, and,
Yeah.
and they're backing him, and it's good to see. Wow.
I know. This break is disgusting. Really? Look at this break here.
Yeah, 2 balls straight in on the 1.
Yeah. He could work with Shane, maybe teach Shane a thing or two. I mean, that is about how Shane hits.
I hear you.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And that's really saying something. I mean, that is like saying, like, this is how Rory McIlroy drives it. And then you see a 16-year-old kid, he drives it just like that.
No kidding. Like 3 rails from the 4 to the 7. Wow, there's a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
Could just go 1 rail up the right side of the table.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a little more straight on this 3. So now he has to make, this is harder. He kind of wanted a little more angle so he could go 2 rails off the 3 to the 4. He has to make a nice shot here. Get off that rail, good shot.
It's a preference shot.
Right. Yeah, if the 8 was in a different spot, I'd be scared to go 3 rails off the 4 and get straight in on the 7. But with the 8 hanging over the hole, that wouldn't be detrimental. So you could play this, well.
See, I didn't mind 3 there.
I didn't mind 3, yeah, right.
I don't, it's
neither one was easy, but of course, you know, I favor what you're saying. The 3-railer to the 7, I liked a little more. Now, I'll tell you, this is a shot here where I'm not against banking this ball to the right-hand corner pocket, which is difficult, but punching this in the corner and getting on the 7 is difficult. At least with the bank, you might can play a little bit of a safe built in.
I think he's going to go at it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When you're 16, this pocket looks like an ocean down there.
Nerves are steady. Great hit.
Right in there. Nice shot.
I mean, don't count Spain out here. You know?
He can play.
Yeah.
He's made some incredible shots like that 10 he made a minute ago.
Yeah.
And that shot right there, if he goes on to win this match, those were key, very missable balls that he punched in.
Sure, and being stuck a set.
And believe me, he has got to be impressed with the way Adrian plays. I mean, can you imagine facing Adrian when you're 16? How daunting of a task that would be.
Yeah. Little tight in the grip there,
Boy,
maybe.
He looks good over the ball, though. See that elbow straight over the, yep.
Tight start and then loosens up on the backstroke. That's a certain style. Josh Filler does that.
Yes, that's right. That's quite observant of you to notice that. That's exactly what he does. I can see why they'd say you're a good instructor. You pick up on some little subtle things, but this young man looks good over the ball. His elbow's right up over the cue, and then a commentator jinx. Now, he's supposed to make that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and he knows it.
And there was 110 in the first set that was very makeable too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be so disappointed missing that.
Whoa. Yeah. So
He's shown a lot of class there, though. I know a lot of professional players that would throw a full-blown tirade missing that ball, and Spain is just sitting there and taking his medicine, and good on him for it.
yeah.
He looks fantastic over the ball. He doesn't look like he's ever going to miss a ball, the
I
way
hear
he
you.
lines up and everything. But what did he do on that 10? Did he try to spin that cue ball out 2 rails?
He did, and he overhit the speed a little bit, so he just caught
So
a little
the
more
swerve
deflection.
took late or something. Yeah. I got you. Well, you know, pool's a hard game. Like I always say, I've missed 20 million balls myself, so. But you learn, you learn more from the misses. He'll probably, right now he's thinking, I got a little quick, or I hit it too hard, or whatever, and he'll fix it for next time. That's all you
Sure.
can do. Keep your chin up there, young man. You're playing good. Got a lot to be proud of.
And having these matches on stream too is so
Right.
valuable,
Oh.
right? I mean, 20 years ago, okay, well, I think I did this, but
Yeah.
I have no record of it. I'll just have to.
Oh, I mean, I can't imagine being this young and having to play in front of the whole pool world on TV. I remember being in like 8th grade and had to do a spelling bee in front of like 4 friends, and I about had a heart attack. So this is invaluable for them, but it has to be kind of spooky. Now, Adrian's played on stream a lot.
Yeah. Oh, finally lost track of the cue ball. So another chance for Spain here.
Well, the 3-6 sure didn't help much.
Yeah. And he can't really break it out
No.
because he'll never get good enough on the 2. Quick decisions here for Spain because he's on a shot clock.
Well, I tell you what, if he can get position on this 2-5 in the side to where he can go, make the 2-5 combination and open the 3-6 at the same time, maybe.
That's a good thought.
Are you thinking that would work?
Yeah. That's what he's thinking too.
Yeah.
Thinking quickly, thinking properly. Very good. Underdrew it.
Yep. Now he's going to have to make this and then do it off the 2.
Well, he's actually can cut the 2 to the left, so
Oh,
he's
okay.
actually okay.
Oh, this might open him up now then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wanted to go
hold up.
2 into it.
Well, I mean,
It's not wrong because now, when you hit the combo, at least the cue ball should be close to the 3.
right. I like that. If he can, if this isn't too thin to cut in the side and get into him, we'll find out. The scratch off the 6 in the other corner is always, oh, okay, he was too thin. He tried to get up under the 3. Not a bad idea.
No. See, and even opened it up. Or
Mhm. Yeah, let Adrian deal with this. Smart
a
shot.
lot of blockers over here.
Yep, yeah, he moves good. Adrian has the experience of about a 50-year-old. I mean, he's been around great players. He's seen a million hours of great pool. He knows what he's doing.
Try to hit the left side of the 2 here. Bank it up table. Try to use that stack of 4 to get the cue ball behind. Oh, I like the jump, but he doesn't like it. Maybe just not strong enough in the jumping department yet, which is fine.
I mean, imagine, when we were learning, Eric, like the only great play I would see was if I was at a Reno Open or I was at a pool hall and somebody like you walked in, right? Now you can go home and for a month straight watch the pros play and learn so much.
Yeah.
Good shot.
He can draw it enough to get into the short side of the 3 or even
Yeah.
into the 3rd rail and back over to the long side. Now it's going to play too long. He'll have to go short side.
Right. I think he has to come short of the short side on the 3. He really has to spin this to miss the 4.
I thought, see, this is going to open up.
Oh, look at this shot. Oh, man, that was cool.
It worked out.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's okay.
He apologized. He put his hand up as a way to say, hey, I know I got a little lucky there. That was classy of him. Some players will just scream in your face, let's go, when they do that.
Bit of work from the 6 to the 8. Or, pardon me, 7
Oh,
still
yeah,
up. 7 still up, pardon me.
This
But
is
4 to the 6 here, yeah.
plenty tough. I mean, you could end up drawing right into the 10 here. Oh,
Whoa, lost the contact
yeah,
point there.
Brought his tip up just a little bit.
I don't mind cue ball behind the 7.
Right.
He's probably just calling that corner as an in-case call.
Oh, how about
All
just
in.
Drillville? Really? What a shot.
Well, if you can make him, how can it be
Yeah.
wrong?
Now this will be a really nice positional shot. I think he'll choose to play this with high left English and go 2 rails. Oh, he can draw back. Okay. Well. Wow,
Not
that'll work. No, he
Nope.
got hooked. Okay.
Didn't get the roll this time, and Spain needed this to stay in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Not guaranteed to get a shot here.
Yeah, big game. Do you like trying to jump, make this ball, or just jump and stick it full? Like, I
There's
think he's
value
going
in
for
sticking it full, but
it's kind of value to stick it full, right? Play it 2 rails up in the other corner. Oh no, they go for him. They've made so many jumps; they're not scared to go for it. Big game there.
yeah.
Huge momentum shift. D'Angelo needed that big time. That's right. Stop your ball, play the 10 on the side, I would think. Well, this cue ball's moving to the right an inch, so he has to be careful here to not climb right on top of the 10.
Yeah,
Well, he chose to just avoid all that and guarantee a shot on the 10 in the corner. Good.
See this one, John?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
even on an easier shot, right?
I've never seen somebody do that.
Fedor does it.
Oh, well, then I'm going to start doing it. Thank you for telling me. Oh, yeah, that's got to be hard on his confidence right there. I think, and this is really, frankly, an overwhelming situation for a young man. I don't know if he's played on camera. He knows he's playing an absolute killer, and I think he's done quite well.
Oh, yeah.
Because his experience, it could be much less than Adrian's.
Oh, you can see his knowledge is there.
Yeah.
Just a little short on the execution, which is totally understandable.
Sure, and that'll come in time.
Yeah.
Wow, what a shot. I'd be scared to death playing Adrian, too. I'm 50, so I don't blame him. But yeah, in a couple years, he'll fine-tune those. In this match, he could be well in control of this match. He's missed a couple 9 and 10 balls that have really hurt him.
Yeah. Who are you picking for the one pocket challenge?
Well, I mean, I like Filler as game. Obviously, I like him as a person. He's always, so I'm not pulling against him. But I think Shane will win it. Shane is winning just pretty much everything like usual. But
It's a race to 5, so
yeah,
it's a decent amount of variance.
Obviously, it can go either way. They're both such talented players.
That's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Power one pocket,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. There goes the 8th. Thin cut on the 1.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 rails up and down here.
Uh-huh.
If he goes for it, he doesn't have to. Speed you're playing it at, it's going to make the pocket a little bigger. Kind of like the offense here.
It's funny, the cameras make the pockets look big, but boy, they're not. Good shot. Oh, nice position, too. Wow.
Yeah. He's there now. Got to get a pretty small angle on the 3. Really small, actually.
Right. That's a small window.
That could play okay if he comes above it more. It's safer for the cue ball, and then you could
Well,
possibly.
yeah, and when I'm shooting the shot, I just make sure I come up far enough where I'm not hooked. I don't want to be hooked on the 3 and kicking. You'd much rather get up high and then figure something out. Nothing worse than just coming up short trying to get cute and play those little tight windows. I've lost a lot of matches trying to overdo position.
Interesting choice.
Yeah,
there.
that was interesting. I didn't see that coming.
He just knew how tight of a cube
Yeah.
spot he had to get the cue ball in. He's good now. Just draw over.
Okay. Accepted a longer shot. That shows a lot of confidence. I'm trying to get 8 inches from every ball.
I agree. I would have drew it a little more, try to get closer to it. He's done this a couple times though, and I'll tell you what, he has a super straight stroke.
Oh, we
But that's
got
just
him.
what
Of
happens.
course, that's right. I was playing my first Moscone Cup in Holland in '06 with Strickland and Corey Deuel. We're playing triples, and I'm sitting there shaking like a leaf, and I hear Earl go, "You're making me dog it." I know that I have to get you 6 inches from the next ball because I know you're going to choke. And I look down, and he's staring right at me. And I just felt my Fargo drop like 80 points instantly. Right?
What a nutcase, eh? Who would say something
I
like
know,
that?
this is on live TV. It was pretty funny looking back.
Wow.
And then we won the match, and Earl patted me on the back. Good playing, Schmitty.
Yeah, sure.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Nice shot there.
Sounds unbelievable that he would say something.
Oh, yeah, he said it. Corey looked at him like, Earl, come on. It's our teammate. Take it easy. Earl's like, I'm trying to pump him up. Yeah.
Honestly, that's how he thinks.
Yeah, I
though.
know.
He thinks differently than most people.
Yeah, it's funny. Earl's actually a sweetheart of a guy. If you get to know him, I've said this many times, but I've traveled with him, and he'll give you the shirt off his back.
Yeah.
He's got a good heart. He just he gets a little cantankerous when he's under pressure, but hey, nobody's perfect, me included.
I don't know him well, but I had lunch with him a couple times. He's a super nice guy.
He can be, absolutely. Just he gets under pressure and he gets a little wound up, but well, he's gonna have to play maybe a bank here. I like the bank. I mean, at this point, I think he's in the mood to shoot.
Yep. Gonna have to draw at it. 9's far from the rail, so it's not gonna tighten up that much.
Right.
Good hit. Oh, he hit it good. He hit it about as good as you can get it without making
you know,
it.
and I'm not just saying this to sound. I just love the way he looks over the ball. He looks really good over the ball. Steady backswing. He's got a lot to build on. He's going to be a heck of a player.
Yeah, that's the match. So Prasad advancing to the quarterfinals here. Going to have the quarterfinals coming up for you tomorrow in the Junior Showdown. Next round is going to be the one pocket challenge between Josh Filler and Shane Van Boning. Any thoughts on the match?
Oh, yeah,
John?
it was just a lot of fun, and it's great to see the youngsters